Good day, everybody. Welcome back to the Dirty Pat Walsh channel here on YouTube with me, your host, Dirty Pat Walsh. How's it going? Happy Friday, everybody. We had a weird day yesterday. It was, it was tragic. And it could have been a lot more tragic. Our downstairs neighbor got, I guess he got drunk and then went out in his Jeep and went on like a blind drive through the neighborhood. Kelsey and I were sitting out on the patio, or our porch, I mean, having a smoke, and we saw these two cars kind of pull up really quick, and our neighbor's Jeep was coming along, and he was trying to drive into our driveway, but he smashed into the telephone pole outside our house. And I'm not going to name any names here. I don't want to. It's not my place to name. You don't know who my neighbor is, so. But I know he subscribes to me, so. Or maybe he does. I don't know if he still does or not. But anyhow, yeah, it was crazy. And so he stopped the car, and then he was like, or the Jeep, and then he was like trying to turn it on and keep, but he was like, just kept stalling it out. And these two guys who jumped out of the cars, I guess these two cars were chasing him, because he almost hit, like, one of them had like his three daughters in the back seat of his car, and my neighbor almost smashed into them, and which would have caused mass destruction on those daughters. Thank God nobody was hurt. And yeah, I guess he would, like, I don't know, he mustn't have gone too far, I went out, I was out earlier, and I noticed that our fence, like, I guess he must have gotten drunk before he split, and because when I went outside and I sat down, our driveway has like a fence along one side, like just one of those wire fences, and obviously someone had like ran into the post that like holds the fence up, because the fence was all on a big lean, right? And so I thought, wow, somebody fucked up something there. And yeah, and shortly thereafter he came home. I don't know, like, these guys were just a weird situation. Yeah. So anyway, we saw our neighbor get arrested. He got took away in a cop car. I guess he was screaming for his lawyer. He refused to take any breathalyzer tests or drug tests. I guess there was all kinds of liquor in the front seat of his car. It's funny because I don't know my neighbor to drink at all. I was under the impression that he didn't drink or smoke or anything. So I don't know what happened in his life. On one hand, it's like you want to say, fuck, what a fucking jackass move, man. Like, it really was a piece of shit move, very selfish, like getting drunk and driving blind around town, or acting as if you're blind, and smashing into stuff. I guess he smashed into some cars, and caused a bit of damage and where he was driving. But yeah, he got the attack. Like these two cars were chasing him, like to get him, And the cops came. Oh man, it was crazy. And yeah, and Kelsey and I were just sitting on the purple clam couch, having a puff, watching it all go down. But now the worst thing, well, not the worst thing about it, but one really annoying thing about it is I don't know why he did this, but he left, like, he often plays this really loud, like heavy music downstairs. It's like real bass and drum heavy, and it's some of it's kind of not bad, but it's not ever really welcome. I like my quiet, and so does Kelsey. And but we tolerate it. We live above him. It's the way things go. But he left his stereo on like full volume, So he's arrested and gone. His wife, I guess she was gone for some reason. So I had to go to bed with this music fucking cranking. It was like right underneath my bed, like right underneath where I'm sitting now, just coming up through the floor, So I put in some earplugs and did my best, and I managed to kind of get a decent, like I had a little lucid dream while it was happening. It was really strange. I won't go into the dream, but yeah, it was just really it's just weird, people. Anyhow, I wanted to do a little dip thing. I haven't talked about Stoker's fine cut Wintergreen in quite some time. This is probably my favorite dip. I love fine cut dip. I love snuffs. I love that cut. I do like the long regular Stoker's cut. I like any cut really. It's all good. But my preference is fine cut or snuff, and so Hillary sent me this tub of Stoker's fine cut. This is one that you can't get at the reservations in Canada. Not that I've seen. Not in Ontario anyway. My part of Ontario. You can get the long cut, but not the fine cut. So let's crack us a pinch. Each of those tubs comes with a plastic generic Stoker's can in it. Some people don't like to use these cans just because they don't have a metal lid. They're not as classy or whatever. I think they're great. I think they're like way more sturdy or safe. Like I feel way safer with this in my pocket than with a regular can of dip. And it's a nice, just plain generic thing, And this is the dip inside. As you can see, it's really fresh. It's got a nice fine cut, like that's the cut. It's beautiful. And I'm pretty good at dipping fine cut. Well, getting a pinch, especially with Stoker. Stoker's is always really moist. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Oh, yeah. It's like the best. It's like the best. I think when Stoker's does a flavor, they do it right. They do, all of their flavors are the best. In my opinion. They make the best wintergreen. They make the best mint. Their straight is in another class than any other straight dip. And, their chewing tobaccos are fantastic. yeah, I don't know. They do it right. And, you know, people who like, you know, for years and years, my favorite dip was Skull Fine Cut Original. Um, the original Wintergreen dip. But, you know, once I tried this, like this one's much sweeter. And I kind of tend to like, I like sweet stuff. I used to like bitter stuff better, but now I like sweet stuff better. I don't know why. Um, but yeah, it's a fan. If you're a fine cut dipper or a snuff user or whatever, and you want to try a really good fine cut, this is one. Fine Stoker's Fine Cut Wintergreen. You can't buy it in single cans. You have to buy it in tubs too. It's a weird product for them, how they market it. Stoker's Fine Cut Natural is also fantastic. I love Stoker's Fine Cut Natural. You know, it's very different than like Copenhagen stuff, but it's just great. It tastes amazing. Pinch is great. Yeah. So Stoker's Wintergreen Fine Cut Snuff gets definite 3 thumbs up from Dirty Pat Walsh. Thank you, Hillary, so much for this. Now that I have a dip in the fine cut in my mouth, I can't play any harmonica. And that was the other thing I wanted to do on this video. But the time is quickly running out. So thanks for hearing my strange story of the night before. You know, yeah, you know, part of me thinks it was a real fucked up issue, you know. But what kind of pain is he trying to express by doing that? You know, he must be hurting deeply inside to act out in such a manner, you know. And I'd like to think about it as much like that as I would rather than just say what a fucking jackass, you know, because I'm definitely saying that, but I have a lot of compassion for stuff, you know. I don't know. Anyhow, I hope you're all good and well. Thanks for watching my video. Maybe one day again we'll live stream. Heck, I don't know when that's going to happen again. But be well, stay free, God bless, have a wonderful day, and I'll be around all weekend, so maybe we'll go live this weekend sometime. Maybe later today. Who knows? I don't know anything. I'm just the guy behind the cell phone. All right. Bye now.